gorgeous souls. I'm Leonie Dawson, heart-centered business mentor to thousands of women around the globe who are creating incredible lives and incredible businesses. And I'm here with Kat Loterzo from catloterzo.com, who is a renowned Australian expert on nutrition, on fat loss, on getting gorgeous, happy and free.
Yep.
And you're all-around life coach as well, and a business mentor to so many other souls who are creating their own beautiful businesses.
Yep.
Did I get all of that in?
Yes,
You do so
that
many
was
wonderful
amazing.
things. So, Kat, you've just finished up with a 3-day private coaching retreat.
Yep.
How has it been for you?
It's been eye-opening in a different way to what I thought it would be. I mean, I knew that I would walk out with the systems and the knowledge that I needed to know about how to get from where I am in my business, which is frazzled and overwhelmed and confused, to where I want to be, which is obviously on track, following a plan, feeling confident and certain. So I knew I would get those systems, and I did. What I didn't really realise that I would feel now or walk out with now was that I can let go of some of the things that I thought I had to be in order to be successful. And so that's the biggest thing for me, because yeah, you can believe that you can be successful, and I am successful in my business, and I believed that I could go to the next step, but I thought I had to pay a price that I really didn't want to pay and was really fighting paying already, which I think is why I've felt like I'm battling upstream to get ahead, even when I am getting ahead. It's hard work, and not just from the actual work point of view, but on a soul level and on an emotional level. And it's taken a lot out of me, the inner me. So it's been really mind-blowing, really exciting, a little scary as well, I will say, to realise that I can reach my business goals, but I can actually reach it without sacrificing my personal and life goals. And so, I never fully thought about it that way. I knew that I'm going at a pace that I can't sustain. You asked me why you're here, and one of the reasons was I just can't keep up this pace, and I need someone to help me find my way out, because I feel like I've been in quicksand with a blindfold on and trying to kickbox my way out or something. And so you've really just shown me the path, and you've kind of had to push me back onto the path quite a few times during the course of the retreat, when I've tried to go, but what about? So that's been good, and I think I've been shown the path often enough now that I can find the path myself as I continue on. And I'm really just, I don't even know what the right word is, just glad, even though it's a small word, but it's not, because I just feel such an inner peace and a confidence and a certainty, which is what I wanted, that confidence and certainty, that I can have my incredible business, but that I can also have my incredible life at the same time, and that I can be the kind of mother I want to be, and not be as frazzled and frantic as I am at the moment with my child and with future children, and that I can actually enjoy myself, and that it's okay to have time out and to just not have a list all the time. So yeah.
And not only is it okay, it's actually really, really good for your soul and for your business.
Yeah.
You stop being the frantic bottleneck in your business, and you start creating leverage, you start creating strategy, and that's when your business gets really, really powerful and starts getting more and more effortless, because it's not you just pushing it the whole way with the adrenals.
Yeah, exactly. I've been trying to push a semi-trailer up a hill, I think, through quicksand with a blindfold on, I don't know.
Instead of using systems and just turning on the bloody motor.
Yeah, pretty much. So it's just been incredible to work with someone like yourself, who obviously has their business at a level on many fronts that I attain to be, and a lot of people attain to be at, but that they're not giving themselves up in the process, or when I say giving yourself up, giving the true you up, but also practically speaking, so many people who are successful give up not just the inner joy and the inner wishes and desires and dreams they might have, but they do give up the time with their family and the time to explore hobbies or just to sit and be still, and everything's so scheduled. And you know, people talk about the only time out is on an airplane, and now you can't even have that because there's Wi-Fi. It's like, well, it doesn't actually have to be that way. And I always thought that maybe that was possible, but I had never found a mentor who had that. You know, the people I was trying to emulate were frazzled. They were like more versions of me with more money, basically. You know, and that's what there is out there. So it's just, it's like a huge breath of fresh air, and it's just such a relief to think that I can do this and I can do it in a way that sustains and nourishes me and my family, not just financially, but also emotionally, spiritually, and in any other way.
Really?
Thank you.
Oh,
It's been incredible.
oh, I just adore you. And I mean, the reason like that we do this work is so that we know that we don't have to sacrifice anymore. And you know, because we try to do it that other way where you just like give up all your time, all your energy, all your nervous, all your mental health.
And anything else that anybody asks for.
Oh, you want something? Take it.
Have it all.
When it's going to help so many more people and help you in your life and who you really want to be in your life. It's doable. An incredible life can, and an incredible business can be integrated. And that, you're right. I'm glad that you brought that up. There are so many business mentors out there who do teach so many programs to increase your business. And I think like it's useful to learn parts of those things, but it's not useful to emulate frazzled, crazy.
The pace.
Yeah. You really do have to learn a different way of resetting yourself and finding a life that's actually good and beautiful for you.
Yeah. And one of the things I read in my notebook this afternoon, I went to look through my notebook from the retreat, and one of the sentences that was on my first page was something along the lines of, creating your incredible business will come when you start to really walk in your own shoes and be the real you, and what the gift you'll be giving to other people will be what's emanating from you and how you're living your life. And I just thought that really sums up everything that you've shown us and you've given us, having us in your home, which has been just an incredible honour, but not just showing us into how we can run an incredible business of our own, and learn from what you've done, but also to see how your life actually runs, and to have that first-hand experience that, well, yeah, that is actually how your life is. What you show on your blog, you know, there actually is just so much fun and free time and play and mucking around, and there's work done, but it's done with focus and with a strategy and with a plan, and there's none of that, but should I do this, should I do that? It's just bang, 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 and it's done, and then it's living. Yeah. And that's what we all want, I think. Really? Yeah. Exactly. And for those who don't know, Kat is an incredibly successful businesswoman in her own right. She already owns a multiple six-figure business. It's growing rapidly. And she was getting to the point where she felt like she was the bottleneck of her business, where it was getting harder and harder to deal with all of the orders and everything that was, and the amount of coaching that was coming through, because there's only one of her. Yep. And so we've been working on ways that Kat can expand out her business and have the systems that she needs so that the business can keep growing, but it's not at Kat's expense anymore. Yeah, the business can keep growing without me taking more hours from where there are no hours left, basically. Pretty much. Or taking more sanity from where there's a rapidly diminishing amount of sanity. No. No. I understand. I've been there. Yeah, it's amazing. It's just been an incredible experience. It's exactly what I hoped I would get out of the weekend, just feeling like as soon as I saw the call out for the retreat, I didn't even think about it. I just knew this is where I have to be, you know, and I was right. And I can't thank you enough. You've been an inspiration and a real gift. Oh, you're an earth angel. You're an earth angel, and I want millions of people to know about Kat Loterzo. I want millions of people to benefit from her work, and she's got it worked out. She's already done it. You know, she's the living embodiment of gorgeous, happy, free. Thanks. And you know, I think too, like, you're a mum, your daughter's about the same age as my daughter, and you're a wife, and you've got so many commitments, and I really honour you for investing in yourself and taking time away from your family to do this, because I know it's a hard thing to do, to do that. Thank you. And yet I know that you take back
really big blessings. It's going to really benefit your husband and your daughter.
Totally. That was a big part of the decision. I mean, it's the longest I've been away from my daughter, 4 nights, and I wouldn't do it for any other reason. And the funny thing is, I thought that part would be a lot harder than what it has been. And of course, I've missed her so much and spoken to her every day, and we're going to have a holiday starting from tomorrow, which is amazing. But I think because I've just known that this is such a good use of my time and energy, and that is going to be paid back 1,000-fold into my family life and my relationship with my daughter as well as my husband. It's been like, what a drop of time as an investment to create the life that I want and that I want for my family.
Really, really. And, I talk often about how mothers end up being the energetic centerpins for their family, and how we are going in the world can really reflect upon our relationships. And you think, man, that sucks. Like, what do I get all that responsibility? And yet there's also there's a tremendous power to that, because that whenever you evolve, whenever you take big leaps and make changes to your life, it's just going to benefit your family, your children, your husband, which is so profoundly. Yeah, totally. In such a beautiful way, so that your whole family can go on and live this beautiful, gentle, balanced life.
Yeah.
Have you glimpsed that? The beautiful, gentle, balanced life?
I have. It's just round the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really feel it's happening now.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it is. So we've set your business goals and your life goals for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
And having emerged out this retreat, how are you feeling about actually being able to reach those goals?
I feel pretty damn certain, to be honest. Yeah. I feel like it's not an option, yes or no. It's not an if or maybe. It's like, that's the plan, that's what's happening, and it can happen in a way that is not insanely frantic or frazzled for anybody within my business or within my family. And it's just what's meant to happen, and it's going to happen. So stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. She's already doing it. She's already doing it. So what would you say your return on investment is for this retreat?
What, a financial figure?
Yeah, let's go financial, and let's talk lifestyle investment.
Okay, I'm going to talk lifestyle first, because that's the most important aspect to me, because I've always known I can increase my income, but I always thought you got to give up so much, and that's been my belief system, and it's been the way I've lived my life. So to think that I can have the lifestyle that I want and maintain that.
Yeah, and what you just said just really touched me. I had tears in my eyes there when you said that this is your one life to get it right.
Yeah, and that's the thing, you can't put a figure on that, but the reason I say millions is because, well, what price would you pay to live the life that you want to live? And it will be beyond millions. It would be billions and zillions. And we're not talking about how much money you think you might create in your life, obviously, although that's part of it, but it's more so what value would you put on looking back in 20 years, 10 years, even in a year, and saying, I got to spend the time I wanted with my children, or I got to do the things that I always wanted to do, my bucket list, or even the crazy stuff that you used to do just for fun when you were a kid, or 5 years ago or 10 years ago that you just don't have time for anymore, to know that, well, I can do that, even stuff like going to the movies, stuff that I just haven't really been doing, because it's like, oh, there's always something to do. It's like being given your life back on a plate, on a silver platter, and go, actually, it is your life, Kat. It's yours, and you can choose how you want to live it. You don't have to live it according to anybody else's rules, according to what the world's success coaches say that you have to do to get ahead. You can decide what it will take to get ahead, and what you're prepared to do to get ahead, and what getting ahead means to you. And so that's just worth millions and millions to me and to my family. And the funny thing is that financially I know that it's going to be worth millions as well, because if I look at how I've been running my business, okay, yeah, I have a multi-six-figure dollar business. I've been incredibly successful by pushing myself, dragging this semi-trailer behind me up a hill. But, I've burnt myself out adrenally, I don't sleep well, I rely on stimulants, all the stuff that we all do, I guess. But, it's really started to take its toll on me in the last 6 months particularly. And so I'm 33, I can see that I'm kind of getting away with it to a degree because I eat very well and I exercise and so on. But where would I be 10 years from now, couple more kids, or even a year or two from now. I can see as a health professional, let alone as a person, that would not sustain itself. And so therefore either my business would perhaps slip backward, or it would impact, dramatic way on my relationship or my mental health, who knows what else. So from a financial standpoint, I really don't think I would have broken the cap of where I could go with my business if I had to do it in a crazy, frantic, insane person sort of way, which is what I was doing. I think I would have reached my cap and it would have all blown up in one way or another. I'm not saying I would lose all my business or anything like that, but I would have paid a price that I'm so glad I'm not going to have to pay. I can see now, I can visualize myself having $1 million business, and 4 days ago, I could not visualize that. I could visualize a significant increase in my income through hard work, which was exciting but also horrible, obviously, because it's like, okay, yeah, if that's what it takes. Whereas now I can actually go, you know what, I believe in having $1 million business, and I believe that it's going to be possible to go from that level to a multi-million-dollar business. And also I know that I will do it because I now know, and I'm so certain that I can do it in the right way for me and for my family. So therefore I will do it, obviously. Whereas, on an inner level, we're all going to resist what we don't want. So even though I go, I want the dollar figure, or I want this lifestyle, if we have to pay a price that on a value soul level we're not willing to pay, then we're going to find a way to sabotage it, obviously, because we all have our own interests at heart, even if we can't see that. So I really believe I'm going to be out there changing millions of women's lives and making the impact that I've always wanted to make, and doing it in a completely abundant and expanded way that's it's actually going to impact so many more people, but not just more people, but in such a deeper way, because they will see from me that you can do it. You can create your dream life. You can, yes, get the body you want, which is what I teach, but the reasoning behind changing your body is to change your life. Change your body, change your life. That's what we all want in our own way, and you can actually do that. You don't have to give up, just like with getting the body you want, you don't have to give up all your favourite foods, which obviously a lot of people think they do, and it's the same with business. You don't have to give up all your favourite things. These are my favourite things. You can have the life you want to live and just have fun as well. And just because it's $1 million business or a multi-million-dollar business doesn't mean it has to be serious and hard work and wearing suits and all that sort of stuff, even metaphorically. So it's just incredibly freeing, is the main thing. And I guess the main emotions I've walked out of the retreat with are certainty and calm and a sense of freedom and excitement, obviously. But yeah, just the certainty and calm is huge to me. It's the most important thing. It's exactly what I was hoping for, and I got that, and I got some pretty awesome systems also. Yeah.
And I think too, it's so important to know that you don't have to have one or the other. You don't have to have your incredible life or your incredible business.
Yeah, and I think we all have at one stage thought that that's the choice it comes down to. Even if we didn't articulate that, we had that deeper belief.
Yeah. And even now, even though we've kind of really reset you from a soul focus to soul purpose level, and how you're going to live your lifestyle and your family and your balance and sanity, all that good stuff, we've also laid out a systems plan and an income plan.
Exactly. That. Yeah, I mean, it's not all feelings and hugs in the rainforest up here. There's a lot of feelings and hugs up here in the rainforest, and talking about butterflies and unicorns. But there's been some hardcore business strategies that are very clear, and templates and systems and examples that are
checklists,
PDFs, pieces of paper worth millions.
Yes.
I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
No, seriously, like systems you could not pay for, basically, and stuff that I've paid for mentoring courses that cost up to 20 grand, and I did not get the sort of systems that I just got in the last few days that are not overwhelming at all. There's a lot of information on my notebook of notes that I've taken here is out of control. I've just started to go through it. There's a lot of stuff, but all of it is very easy to order into it. Okay, this is what's important next in my business. This is what's important next in my business. And to be able to see that, but then also for each important thing, you've given us a system and a checklist that is like, you know, so basic that my daughter could definitely do it. Anybody could do it. Maybe she'll be able to.